Torian, what was kind of the conversations on the sideline after y'all gave up the second touchdown, and what do you think changed so much for you guys to after that kind of put together such a strong finish?
I knew we were going to be good. You know, that first drive they hit us with a little bit of tempo, but, you know, that's nothing to worry about. We let them settle in because they only played on first and second down. We knew when we got to the third down, we were going to have them in shambles, and pretty much that's what we did.
Stay in the front with Tony and then Travis.
Taurean, as a leader of this team, 3 penalties for 30 yards, your cleanest game as a group here. What does that say about your squad and just the effort you put forth in discipline?
You said we had 3 penalties today? That's what's up. We about to get some golf carts back to the UCG, so that's good. We made a little deal with Coach Oko, but, you know, obviously that's great strides we've been making. Obviously, we've been hitting home on the penalties and how it's been killing us, setting us behind. But so I'm glad to see we only got 3, and I'm even more happy that we get those golf carts to the parking garage.
Well, now you have to explain what is the golf cart to the parking garage?
Man, so, you know, this here at A&M, you always have a lot of people come to the game, so they're pretty much using our parking lots because we have 2. We have like the coach's lot and the player's lot. Man, that's a little walk though. After an SEC game, you gotta go walk to the UCG down the street with your bags. Most people got 2, maybe 3 bags. So I asked Coach Oko, can we get some golf carts? You know, because Coach Oko listens to his players, and he was like, let's make a deal. If y'all get 4 or less penalties and we win the game, you'll get some golf carts over there. So hopefully when I get out of there or get out of this interview that we have some golf carts waiting for my family.
There you go. You have a long time kind of little rivalry with DJ going back to high school. What's it like to play against him and then come out with another win?
Yeah, it's always cool just to compete against somebody who they say is the best, you know. So just to go against him here on my home field, I caught him at his home field last year. You know, it's always a good feeling. You know, I like lining up against him. I like testing my might against people who they say are the best in the country.
And then, you know, y'all are top 5. Team lost ahead of you this week. Does it feel like, as the place what you are in the season, that y'all are separating yourself from the pack a little bit?
Yeah, we always talk about separating ourselves. Like in the beginning of the season, there is no separation because everybody's only played 2-3 games, you know. But as you start getting to game 6s and game 7s, you kind of start to see the records pull apart from each other. So, you know, it's good that we're 6-0 at this point. We're looking forward to going to Arkansas and making it 7-0.
Okay, we're going to let Christy. Oh, no, wait. Christy, they're third row.
People tired.
After you guys took care of business the way you should have at home, what are going to be the challenges of playing 3 straight games on the road?
You know, it's a big-time challenge when you leave Kyle Field. We know that it's a matchup nightmare for opposing quarterbacks. But, you know, it's all good, though. We're going to take our talents on the road. We're going to take it one game at a time. You know, Arkansas is a great environment. I went there on a visit before, so it's a pretty unique place, and I know that they're going to be rowdy, so we're up for the challenge.
Okay, we're going to go left side to Matthew, and then we'll go those guys.
What's up, Torian? What are y'all seeing defensively from a run fit perspective that's allowed y'all to hold your last 3 opponents to less than 100 rushing yards?
You know, just hitting our gaps, playing team defense. You know, everybody just plugging downhill. You know, as soon as that ball's handed off, we're trying to go plug up those gaps. And, you know, the quicker you trigger downhill, the quicker the double teams get off of the D linemen. So that's always a plus as well.
And then how hyped were y'all to go out there and get a win in the throwback uniforms?
You know, it's a good experience. You know, the uniforms are definitely a testament, so I'm glad we honored the team today. You know, they're good to wear.
Still on the left side with Alex and Aaron.
Albert was talking about how people see the third down stats, but that you guys are having a lot of success on first and second down. Just what have you seen on those 2 downs that leads to the success on third down?
I mean, just winning those 2 downs, honestly, if you give up 4 more yards on any play, it's a loss. We're trying to limit the offense to 3 or less. We do that. We get them in 3rd and 7 to 10. You know, that's when we come out. We're going to go out there and do our thing.
Stay right there with Aaron.
Kind of bouncing off what Alex was saying, just the success you guys have had on third down has just been tremendous since y'all started conference play. And just what does that momentum mean for you guys as you face this road slate coming up?
You know, knock on wood, like Coach Elko said, just got to keep playing complementary defense. You know, everybody's hand signaling, everybody's on the same page when it comes to communications and checks. And so whenever you do that, we're on the same page. We got the talent. That's never been the issue. Now we're on the same page. So now it's time to turn up a notch on the road.
We're going to go back behind the lights to Donna on the left side.
Torian, last week y'all talked about just being able to wear these other teams down in the second half. Albert talked about that y'all's practices are really hard. What do you attribute being able to outlast teams, especially late in the game?
Man, we win in these games on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. Believe that. When you come out there on Saturday, the game is already determined by how you practice in the week. And I know that we've been practicing hard, man. Like, I talk to guys who I feel like are in really tip-top shape. I'm like, bro, are you tired? Like, yeah, bro, I'm not going to lie. I'm really tired, you know. So that's at practice. And we're practicing in full pads. We're banging against the offense majority of the week. So when you do that, when it gets to Saturday, the game is so much easier. And that's a testament to Coach Elko and his staff and how they plan practice out.
You're going to finish up with Matthias there in the middle left.
When you have a teammate like Desrex who maybe struggles a little bit at the beginning of the game, how do you as a leader on this team kind of talk to him to get him back on track for the rest
Come on, man, let's do it. It's a lot of game to be played. You know, 2 drives don't define you as a player. You've been strapping up people all year long, you know, so don't worry about it. And you're going to get some elite receivers. Like that, that's no secret that Florida has elite receivers over there, and we knew that going into the game. So, you know, you got to win your one-on-one. He didn't, but that's cool, though, because he bounced back in the latter part of the game, and he started doing what he does best.
Okay, that's a wrap.
Perfect.
Good job. And that's all we got.